Today's video is about this guy and his lies. Was doing a little bit of reading and I came by him, and boy oh boy, the things he said, the caucasity of it all. I think this man right here is the founding father of cultural appropriation, because he wanted to give white people the credit for African culture and civilization. Yeah, I know, insane. Now let's get into it. So these are bronze heads that were made sometime before the 15th century by the Yoruba people of Ife, Nigeria. And the markings you can see on their faces are called tribal marks. And the primary function of tribal marks is for identification of a person and the person's tribe and what family or patrilineal heritage they are from. So these are a few examples of Yoruba people with tribal marks. As you must have guessed already, different tribes have different tribal marks. They draw their marks differently. So the Igbos will draw differently. The Edos, for example, that's where I'm from, we do not draw our marks on our faces. We draw it on our stomach and our bodies, our chest. Yeah, like that. I personally do not have any tribal marks, but there are still people who still have tribal marks. And the culture of tribal marking is dying. I would even say dead already, because people don't really mark people tribally as much as they used to anyways. So it's dying or close to dead at this point. So I just want to put that in there for you guys, but the main focus of today's video are the bronzes. So these are a few pictures of some of the Benin bronzes. I can't show you guys all of them because there's a lot and they're very beautiful. All the bronzes from the different cultural groups are very beautiful. Yeah, you know, you really see the art, you really see the culture when you look at these bronzes. Take a look at this leopard. It has bead on the waist, so you see the cultures really even in the art. And now we are looking at some Igbo bronzes. Again, very beautiful. Oh my god, these are cute. I want some of these on my wall. Yeah, you can see, you just see the creativity, you see the culture. This is a cultural lamp used for burial. Ooh, check out this vase, fam. Mad. But you want to know something else about these bronzes? Aside from the fact that, you know, the Europeans came and stole them, I roll, by the way, sometime around the early 19th century, this guy came along. That's his name up there, and I really do not feel like using my tongue to say it. So he came to Africa, saw the bronzes, loved them. They were so beautiful. He was so amazed. And you want to know what he said? He said that he doesn't think that Africans could have possibly made them, at least not on their own, as a matter of fact. Then he came up with the African Atlantis theory to explain how Africans made them. The African Atlantis theory he came up with around 1904 states that a lost civilization of white people were first here before colonization, and they were the ones who taught us how to make these bronzes. And this lost civilization was conceived to be the root of African culture and social structure. He also said that it was this white residue that enabled native Africans to exhibit traits of military power, political leadership, and monumental architecture. This theory also states that historical contact with immigrant whites of Mediterranean origin was responsible for advanced native African culture. Like, they can dream, but they can never. You can just imagine the rubbish. Like, this one is saying it's them that gave us our culture. This man actually sat down and came up with this rubbish. These people would literally come up with any rubbish. They don't care. They don't even think. Like, their brain is not working. They would just, let's say anything, we just have to dispute the fact that it cannot be them. We would say anything. We don't even care if we look stupid saying this, but we'll say it anyways. The point is, it cannot be them. That's what this man did, and that's what they're still doing. That's why you see them talking about how aliens built the pyramids. I cannot with these people. I just can't. If it isn't aliens, it's some hypothetical white civilization that did it.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Dude, you never studied science?
I see what you're... Yes, I have.
No, so, but
I mean, I'm not a scientist, are you?
But man originated in Africa. Yes or no?
That is a consensus, yes.
Okay, so if man originated in Africa, which means that they were Africans. When you talk about the amazing works of the Egyptians, they were people of color. I know that's a little rough for you to handle, but I know you want to hold on to that, somehow thinking whites built the pyramids, but I'm trying to understand.
Yeah, we did.
No, you didn't. No, you didn't. Because first of all, they were building things in Egypt while white Europeans were still in caves. That's a fact.
That's
a fact. Okay,
sure.
You look into this man and then you go and check out his work and you see this under his belt as his work. He didn't carve it. I would bet the people of Libya who took their time carving this would give it a name. But then he was like, well, you know what, I'm gonna have to give it a name. Alaye, who sent you? When your mates were having talents and being artistic and creative and carving, where were you and what were you doing? Acting like whitewashed Adam, naming stuff. Get the F out of here. I want to see thief, liar, lazy, no talent, no dignity nor integrity under your belt, man, because that's accurate. So no, this is not his work. He did not carve it. He did not discover it. This rock did not fall from the heavens with these carvings on it. You cannot give a name to something that you did not create and most likely already had a name and then say it's your work. Why didn't he get his own rock, carve it, and then name it? And also, he took with him our bronze heads. Why didn't he make his own bronze heads when he got here? You see that white superiority, they can keep claiming and believing for the sake of their sanity that they are white and superior for all I care. But last will not be their mates, all of them now as well. Now back to his African Atlantis theory. Even though all the evidence proved that what he said wasn't true, people still believed him like for a very long time. And you know the people I'm talking about that believed him. I roll while I laugh. You know, I told myself when I was putting together this video that when you are making this video, you are going to be serious. You are not going to laugh. But hell, I guess that plan failed, just like his plan about African Atlantis failed woefully on him. Originally, this man set out to give white people the credit for everything that we had done. Our culture, our talent, our civilization, our political structure, economic structure, everything. He was going to give the credit to white people, saying they helped us do it. But when you pay keen attention to these things, you start to see the contradiction. So if this man is saying that we were that civilized and that culturally together, politically put together, we had a system that was working, that he believes that it could not have been done by us, and that has been proven to be a lie, you start to see the contradictions when you measure that information he's giving with the information that his same people are giving, saying how we were backward, barbaric, could not think, we were acting like monkeys and we're like beasts and savages and all that. You see how it doesn't tally together. When you really pay attention to these people and the information that they give, which are lies, you start to see the truth really that they are trying so hard to hide. Because now you see how they are contradicting themselves. This man thought his stupid theory was going to be in white people's favor. But when you think about it now, years after, it's actually in our favor. Because there's truth in there. It's just that he wanted to claim the truth. And the truth is, when he came and met us, we weren't barbaric. We weren't living like monkeys. We had political and social structures. We had cultures. We had a way of life. But he wanted to claim all these things and give the credit to white people. But you now see how that backfired now, don't you? Like it's there, it's glaring. You see the contradictions. Do you see it like I'm seeing it? When you really pay attention to the things these people are saying, you really sift through the lies.
I'm extremely confused. You're confused? I'm fucking confused, bro.
I want to ask, seeing how these people came to be the superior of the human race, you know, how they say it, they are the best, whatever, scoff in Yoruba, clears my throat in Asa, laugh in Yoruba. Why didn't they create their own artifacts, their own stuff? Why were they not creating? You see, other groups of people, other ethnic groups, other tribes, other communities were creating this great stuff that they came and saw and they loved. Why were they not creating, huh? Why? Why is that? Why were they not creating? What did they make? Take the British Museum, for example. There is nothing freaking British about it. It's a crime scene. When you look at the British Museum, you are looking at a crime scene. The only difference is the police isn't coming in to take the evidence. That's the only difference, but it's a freaking crime scene. Our way superior race of the human race. What were you people doing? Not creating yours. Mr. and Mrs. Superior, what were you people doing? Walking around the face of the earth like who eats dog leg? What were you people doing? Not creating your own sticky hands, sticky fingers. What were you people doing?
Watch this.
White superiority, you say? You mean how they're superior in lying, stealing, killing, and not being very smart, except for the times where they have to use their brains to plot out how they are going to lie, steal, and kill? Yeah, white superiority, I say it. I am Africa. I am a place. I am a state of mind. Hundreds of years ago, my children lived free. We had our skirmishes within my shores, even small wars, but did not disturb my great and sprawling land. We were not perfect, but we never left our shores to seek to destroy or rob any other culture or people, to steal the fruits of their lands or mines, and leave the land and people ravished. Nor did we seek to steal any people's love of themselves, nor tell other people they were ignorant, savages, and inferior, while we were superior, as the white ones said to us. They lied so much and long they began to believe it themselves. They cried God with their mouths while holding a knife in one hand and a gun in the other, slicing and firing at vibrant lives. They also brought with them other diseases, including endless greed, envy, and hate. Our nations changed. They killed for land, women, or gold, spreading their savageness to all others. And now they have influenced others. Ending on this beautiful write-up from this book by J. California Copa titled The Wake of the Wind. Let me know down below in the comment section what your thoughts are. Stay blessed, always stay strong, confident. Feel fly about yourself because you are the ish and that's some period. The other can stay dreaming and deceiving themselves. Do have a very, very lovely day. I'll see you guys in the comment section and in my next video. Bye!
If you're black, listen to the sound. You can't tell me this sound doesn't summon you. Our ancestors would use the kudu horn to gather everybody in the village. It doesn't matter where you are in the world, the sound awakens your spirit. The sound of a kudu horn and sometimes an elephant tusk. It's your turn, black child. May the ancestors be with us.